Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Hey, it's Yvette McQueen, MD. Yes, I just wanted to come to you briefly and tell you some traveling tips. So, I am Yvette McQueen, MD, emergency physician, travel doctor, and wellness lifestyle coach, a global physician on a mission to educate about health, travel, wellness, and disease travel. Oh, my goodness. I'm so tired. A global physician on a mission to educate about health, travel, wellness, and disease prevention. I help travelers like you and other people, executives, professionals, stay healthy, safe while they're traveling. So I just want to give you some traveling tips because I'm always giving traveling tips. And I just want to let you know sometimes the travel doctor does oops and don't even take her own tips. So yesterday, I was tired. So one of the things I do when I travel, if I'm working night shift, and I did a little piece in the airport yesterday, and I came to you raw. I was authentic, no makeup, no nothing. Hadn't slept for like over 14 hours, so I was raw. So you saw me as I am. So I got on. I worked 12 hours, drove 2 hours to the airport, and then got on the plane. So this is what some of the things that I did not do. And it hit me once I got home because then it was a 3 hour flight. I got home, I came home, and I felt like crap. I felt bad. And that's the one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to travel and then come home and you feel bad, or you get to your destination. The worst thing is you travel and you get to your destination and you feel bad and you can't even enjoy the first day. And that's what you don't want to do. So one of the things I didn't do is I didn't hydrate enough. And I told you guys, that's my number one tip. They say, if you got one tip? Hydration. Well, guess what? I didn't hydrate. And I didn't hydrate because I didn't take my water bottle with me this time. So usually when I go to work or traveling, I take my water bottle with me. And sometimes I even have something like this here, I have these in mine, but it's a collapsible water bottle and that I can refill up. So I didn't take my water bottle with me to tell me how many ounces I'm supposed to, if you're supposed to drink, because if you're not on a water restriction, you should be drinking half of your body weight per day. So if you weigh 75 pounds, you should be drinking. I'm sorry, if you weigh 150 pounds, you should be drinking 75 ounces per day to keep up with your water hydration. And how do you know it? They're like, I'm thirsty. Well, thirst is the last thing. Thirst is your last thing. So if you look at your hand and you can tint it up, I'm hydrated again today. So if you tint it up and it pops back down, that means you're well hydrated. If it stays up, go drink some more water. Didn't take my water bottle with me, so I was at work and I was just using either the cups and the water bottles, which is 16 ounces. I only had 2 of those that last night or the night before I came home. So that's only 32 ounces. And, I had some of the ice. Anybody ever been? Side note, at work, I eat the ice. It's not because I'm anemic. At work, at the hospitals, they have the ice machine, that soft ice. It's almost like a snow cone. Yeah. But I didn't have enough water. And plus, I was in a high altitude area. I was at the Continental Divide, which is 7,500 feet above sea level. And I live at sea level. So I already was dehydrated. I had knew during the week, I was putting on extra lotion and extra cream, the Dr. Shorty's body butter. It soaks me up really good, but I was putting on extra all the time. And my lips was dry and I was using, my lip balm. So I knew in high altitude dries you out. The air sucks the water in. I was flying. So when I got home, I could tell I was dehydrated because my bones hurt. When I got off the plane, I was like, oh, and I was sluggish. And another thing, you can tell how hydrated you are by the color of your urine. And it was too dark for me. Okay, too yellow. So I was like, okay, did not hydrate enough yesterday. What else did I not do? Take my tips. Remember, I always say don't eat those gassy foods before you're supposed to fly. Yeah, so the night before, the day before, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna stop and get some Wendy's, but I'm not gonna get the fries. I'm gonna get the chili. I'm being good. I'm not getting the fries. I'm gonna get the chili." Well, that was the day before I flew. I ate a bunch of beans. Why did I do that? So I had did this experience once when I was flying. It was a bag of chips, and it was all flat. I'll see if I can find the pictures and post them for you. And then we were on the plane. That bag was like puffed up. You can bounce it. Then as soon as we landed, well, guess what? That happens in your stomach. So you have a lot of gas in your stomach, and you get up there in a high altitude compartment is pressurized, your stomach goes, and that's what happened to me. I was on that plane. I was like, oh. I was like, why is my shirt all of a sudden tight? I was like, oh man, I had those beans, and now the gas is expanding in my stomach. That was not a comfortable ride. The seat belt, you had tightened it, and now it's tighter than what it should be. I got off the plane feeling like a balloon, like the blimp. And for the young people that don't know what the blimp is, that big machine that flies around and sports events like football games and stuff like that. What I did, I was like, oh, that was horrible all night long. I got home. I actually got on the scale. I was actually 4 pounds more just from all that gas. Really, I felt better much this morning. So much better this morning because one, I let the gas out. And two, I was horizontal, and that kind of is like, and I'm back at sea level, not in a pressurized compartment. I also noticed that I had some swelling, even though I said dehydrated. The swelling, I was wearing compression socks, and I wear those when I work anyway, and also when I fly, the compression socks. But I took the socks off and saw those indents in my leg. So make sure you do what the travel doctor says. Those tips that you're supposed to do. And I had to start taking my own medicine, take my own medicine. But I'm glad people are out there looking for me because somebody reached out to me and they said, thank you for your talk on Tuesday, 2 days ago. They were planning a trip and they was planning to go somewhere. And by what I told them and the requirements, they looked up the destination and found out, ooh, I may not be able to go there because of the quarantine and I want to go in and out. So I'm picking another destination. And they picked another destination, which is actually worked out so much better for them. So I'm glad. Thank you for feedback. And I love when people say, hey, Dr. Carol, girl, hey, Dr. Carol, I'm just trying to give you some tips. Like, do what the doctor says, even though sometimes the doctor don't do what she say. So that's what I'm saying. I'm being raw. I'm being truthful. I'm trying to be honest and tell people that sometimes I mess up too. So, but yeah, I'm so just give me feedback. It's so good that someone reached out and said, I listened to you. Thank you for your update tips. Because, as soon as I gave those tips on Tuesday, new rules came out again. Yes, new rules came out again. Europe is going to let us in. That's what they say. Europe is going to let us in. So if people want to start planning their trips, but remember, you're going to be on those 8-hour flights. If you leave in the East Coast to go to Europe, anywhere, those are good 7 to 8 flights. Always consider that and plan for that. Plan for that. So what you're going to do, what you're going to get there is things that are really going to be open. What's the cost of things? And you got to remember, Europe, their high season is the summer because all of them are off of work. They have like mandatory vacation. Don't you wish that, well, I guess everybody say in the last year we've been on vacation, not really. But there's been they have mandatory time off, mandatory vacation. So I don't know if they're going to have time off this summer in Europe, and that's why it's always so busy there. So think about that where you decide to go. So those are just some quick Thursday travel tips from the travel doctor. Wanted to let you know. You can pre-order my book. Travel 911. Yes, it is. I always find out. You know what? If you got more tips, I tell people, tell me tips that I'm missing. Plus, you still have to wear your mask on a plane. Yes, you do. And I tell people, oh, yeah, so wear your mask. Like this. Put it over that nose. Not like that. Like this. And I wear masks like I wear at work. So I wear my N95 plus this, and that's what I do at work. I do it at work. I put it in a plane. And if you have trouble breathing on a 2-hour flight, you might have trouble breathing on an 8-hour flight. I mean, I wear my mask 12, 14 hours at work. I don't have any problems. I don't get carbon monoxide poisoning from it. But we've been doing that for years. So consider that. All right. Yeah, I'm going to hop off here because I have more things to do. I'm about to get back on a plane again. I'm going to speak at a conference. Yes, a conference, a wellness retreat. I'm going to speak on stress management. Yes, that's the wellness part, stress management. And I'll probably throw a little travel in there. I always love to throw a little travel, something in there. You know me. I'm the travel queen. So anyway, Travel 911 pre-order. It's set to release, I think, June 8th. My publisher is like, Yvette, what are you doing? Because I said, oh, what if I forgot to put gas X in there? So she's like, don't you add nothing else to that book. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I won't. So let me put it up here. Let's see, where is my stuff here? Well, you know who I am, Yvette McQueen, MD. My website is YvetteMcQueenMD.com, and you can pre-order this at travel911book.com. And yeah, Dr. Mia, I'm getting your stuff out to you. Actually, I got to head to the post office now, and you get your package soon, okay? So everybody, enjoy life. Be thankful and thoughtful this Thursday. Have gratitude. Think about somebody else. Just do something thoughtful and pass on a kind act to someone else on this Thursday. How about that? Stay safe, travel well, stay well. Peace and love.